Welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all lines. I'm Lunar D8, and my throat is a little scratchy. That being said, I seem to have some serendipitous timing. Simply because I already have a doctor's appointment scheduled today. It's been scheduled for like over half a year ago. Not even sure if I remembered. I don't know. I'll have to leave for that here shortly. Not that I'll get any medicine for a sore throat while I'm there. I just think it's kind of funny. Just kind of odd timing for that. Though, of course, got that stupid inspection of the house later, where it's like the place where I rent from. They say it's quarterly inspections, but it's like every 5 weeks they want to go in everybody's house and look at everything. Though they do check the smoke detectors and the air vents and stuff. So that's nice. I appreciate that. It's just, I don't like people in my home unless they're people that I want there. Feels like an invasion of my privacy. It bothers me. It also feels like I'm being fucking judged. Granted, I understand, one, it's necessary to check the smoke detectors, so the buildings don't burn down. I'm glad, because after all, if one of my neighbors were to actually light their house on fire, that would kind of burn down where I live too. And, I live there, so kind of important. Plus, air vents help keep, sanitary reasons, for them to replace that sort of stuff. And they don't want us to do it because, let's be honest, I'd probably fuck it up, let alone most of the other people that live in these areas. It's just, it does bother me because I feel like I pay an exorbitant amount of money just to have a place to live. I'm like, it's just, it bothers me. Maybe I'm being too sensitive about that sort of stuff. It does bother me. But, yeah. That being said, I'll probably have to tell the doctor that, no, I don't have COVID or anything. I just cried to the point of vomiting, so yeah, that's gonna be an odd thing to explain. But there's other stuff I need to do and check anyway. There's a reason the doctor's appointment was already scheduled. I think I wound up getting scheduled half a year ago for this one, but they'll probably want to take more blood out of me and shit. Other than that, I'll probably talk to that doctor about the upcoming plans for the surgery. And like I said, I don't like the idea of the surgery. I'd rather not do it if I could, but considering it's not an optional thing, I have to do the damn surgery or, die. And I'd rather not, as depressed as I can be sometimes. I've never once tried to hurt myself. I am clumsy. I've walked into a damn stop sign before. I'm clumsy. I'm actually a bit scared of heights, but that's just because I'm very bad in terms of hand-eye coordination and balance. So it's more so just being aware of I lack the necessary skill set to not fall off a roof. Granted, I've thought about, self-removal from the world from my earliest memories, but I've never once attempted it. It's just sort of been a thing I've thought about every day for as long as I remember, but I've never attempted it. And granted, not that I ever would, but I do have some days that are kind of bad where just emotionally I get a little down. The 13-hour video I recorded, I know this channel is a bit of an emotional outlet for me and it's a way of dropping the filter. But the channel is mostly meant to be a Let's Play channel focusing on comedy, where I'm trying to make you guys laugh. But sometimes I guess I let the filter drop a little too much, and I don't know. Debating with myself whether or not I should try to upload that video, though I'd have to cut it. I'd have to record it to re-record, pick a picture, record with, and then just play the video and just let it, record in 2 segments. I initially did try to upload it. But yeah, YouTube has a policy you're not supposed to upload anything over 12 hours. Apparently there are videos in the past that have it, but that's just because the rules were different when that was uploaded for other things. I've uploaded videos between 7 and 9 hours before. But yeah, I never tried to upload a 13 fucking hour video before, fuck. But yeah, I guess singing, screaming, and crying and vomiting for 13 hours, it's not good for your throat. I'll probably try to make some black tea with some honey and lemon later. Feel free to suggest happy songs for me to try to fucking sing. I'm looking forward to trying to do Ish 2 today. I heard they're gonna have a Street Fighter 6 at some point. That's interesting. I definitely want to try to be really good at King of Fighters. Heck, if I could try to be one of those people that plays the ranked matches and actually has a high rank and good skill with it. But I still haven't really had a chance to really try out very many of the characters. But it is something I'm kind of interested in. I still feel bad because I kind of felt the same way about Guilty Gear Strive, and it's just, when I messed with the tutorial in Guilty Gear Strive, it's just, I could not wrap my head around what the fuck I was doing. And it was just, that was frustrating. I don't know. Doctor will probably resuggest, because Doctor keeps trying to suggest me take antidepressants, but I'm against that just because I'm weary about how those chemicals might affect my brain chemistry, and I don't want to be dependent on things either. Same way they might suggest steroids again, but of course, my family history has an issue of people dying of strokes and aneurysms. So, that would increase risk there. And like I said, I may be a bit down and shit sometimes, but I mean, I would never actually hurt myself. And like I said, there might be sometimes I'm more down, but that's, like I said, I'm pro Second Amendment, but I feel everyone should be allowed to defend themselves, and I just don't choose to own a gun myself. I have other things for me in self-defense, compound bow, crossbow, machetes, axe, stuff, in case somebody were to break in. But I just choose not to have a gun just because of that. Now granted, I'll go to shooting ranges and stuff, and I'll go shooting with other people, but I can know about how I'm feeling about, on that course of that day. It's just sort of mindset that, okay, if you feel a little down that day, then just, sorry guys, I can't go that day, I'm just not feeling the best or something. But, like I said, I've also suggested sleeping pills as far as help with the insomnia, but then again, of course, one, that might make it a little harder because there are some days where I have to be awake during the day at certain times to do things. Like later today, I do have errands I have to run and things I have to do. So, and of course, there are some days where if I have to work a 12-hour shift at work, I don't want to oversleep. If the word takes all that, I wouldn't want to. It's like, it'd be one of those things like, okay, if you were to take a pill, you might sleep too long. But then again, if you're wind up becoming dependent on that kind of thing, and then all of a sudden you gotta go to work almost immediately after you come back home. Well, what if you decide not to take the pill so you don't sleep as long, but then you can't sleep at all because it's like, plus with other things, interactions, I'm just worried about how that stuff would be, And besides, I still want to try to build muscle naturally, but it's also getting to the point where, I might have to take certain things from the doctor just for the sake of basic health, but I'll be honest, I kind of feel like the Jack Hanma thing. Granted, I don't do it to that extreme, but I would like to be stronger than I am, but a lot of times I get my exercise, I tend to hurt myself because I push it way too hard. I don't know. I might use the Jack Hanma pictures for when I do the 13-hour stream. Like I said, it's just, I'm on the fence about that, because it's kind of beyond cringe. Because, there's a couple points where I wind up screaming and crying for an hour or some shit. But one thing I do wind up saying in the course of that, before I pass out, is that if somebody were to listen to it, and that they feel they can identify with the video, that even if it only helps one person for just a few days, I mean, if it helps somebody, it helps somebody. Or I could just be seen as, hey, look at this dumb motherfucker, he's cringe as shit, and oh, this guy is stupid. I don't know. But that's basically what that 13-hour video is. It's the one that, like I said, I would recommend watching the terrible karaoke, guess the anime character 7, post-cheeseburger comedy, to get some more context on that. That's like a 17-minute video. But yeah. I'm gonna get back into trying to play Proteus, too. Just because there was a Jedi that reminded me about the whole Doom Eternal stuff, and I'm like, well, no, that's kind of, I'm on the fence about that. Anyway, I need to go actually, leave. It's only meant to be like a minute long. Maybe I'm just trying to say is, I don't know, I just wanted somebody to talk to. So this rectangle in front of me has to count. Bye.